So we broke down a bunch of fucking great comments on the internet, on Instagram, on our Twitter, and the YouTube channel. We got people to ask real estate questions, or just any questions. We got them to ask questions for you, Matt Cox, and the fans have spoken. And
the fans, stop! You guys are killing
the people have spoken.
These are genuine fans.
And now they're gonna get the straight from the horse's mouth what they need to do with their lives. And Shane is gonna read the questions.
Oh my god!
All right, you want just general comments,
and
or
hopefully the
questions
gummies
first?
kick in more and more.
You got a good 20
thinks
minutes.
Con Air is a masterpiece.
Oh.
Thank you, Stu Ball. Appreciate you.
All right.
Sorry.
read his name first. Read the guy's his name on whatever social media platform.
I'm reading all these.
Yeah, just start with one. We'll start with one, and then we'll expand on it, and then we'll move on to the next one.
All right. This is Scott's thoughts.
THOT?
5 months ago. Yes.
5 months ago.
Thoughts. THOTS. This man literally mastered the same system put in place to financially trap us. He's the Robin Hood of fine arts.
I don't know. Is that even a question?
No, it's not a question.
Okay.
It's not a question.
Do you know what a question is?
I mean, hey, Danny printed these out.
Hey, half of them are questions, half of them are just comments.
All right. Here's a question. Next question. When did he start grifting again? Was it 10, 15 years? He was doing it if he was 37 when he got caught. 15 years living like a king for 26 years in prison, and now he's an author with movie royalties coming in. Morality notwithstanding. Sounds okay to me. Freedom is whatever you have the privilege to do with it. Poverty is a prison without bars.
Can someone else please?
This guy's a poet.
That's poetic.
Everything he said was wrong. But
how so? Can you expand on that?
I don't even know what the question was.
But the first one is, when did he start grifting again?
Okay,
what does that mean?
Again? First he says again. So again is like, let's go with. Let's just go. Listen, did you see the movie Grifters? Great movie.
Never saw it.
Never seen
No.
with John Cusack.
No.
Wow.
That sounds
you
good,
guys
though.
are.
It'd probably be better if Nick Cage was in it.
Yeah.
Well, he can't come next time. So.
All right, here's a question.
So we're not answering that?
No, we got to answer. He's
yeah.
got to answer. Let him answer.
Okay, look. So what I'm saying is, the first time I ever committed a crime was one of the first mortgage I ever did. Debbie Boyd, first mortgage I ever did. That's when I whited out a 30-day late. So I wasn't. There was no grifting or anything. There was no short cons. There was no build up to. I was in desperate straits, and I committed fraud, and then I continued to commit mortgage fraud. Now that type of fraud ends up lending itself to credit card fraud, identity theft. There's all these other frauds that start to take place, right? Bank fraud, that sort of thing, because you start to really figure out how underwriting works and what they're looking for and what debt to income is and how they verify things. So suddenly other frauds develop as a result of that. So there's lots of other fraud that isn't directly related to mortgage fraud.
Yeah.
But so, I mean, I did that, and then I eventually got caught, and I went to prison. I got 26 years. I did 13 years, and it wasn't 15 years. It was 10 years, and it was not worth it. It sucked, and now I'm writing stories.
Are you an author with royalties coming in, like they say?
I am, but not big-time royalties.
Okay.
I mean, I might make $1,600 1 month. I just got out of prison. I just started releasing books.
If you would have won that lawsuit over War Dogs, you'd be getting a little bit more royalties.
Well, we settled.
Oh, you settled? Okay.
Yeah, we settled. And I get royalties from some of the other books that I've had that I printed or published while I was in prison. And I get royalties. Well, I get options from when they re-option some of the film rights, which was the one that was in Rolling Stone magazine, Dukes of Oxy. I get every time they option it, I get a check for that. But, you know, it's not like it's massive money. I'm working on it, man. I just got out of prison. I haven't been out of prison a year.
Not rolling in the dough yet.
I haven't been out of custody a year. No, I'm not rolling in dough. Did you see my car?
Yeah.
Bro, it's embarrassing.
Hey, at least you got one.
Don't you?
No, I crashed mine a couple months ago.
Serious?
Totaled that bad boy.
Doing?
Yeah,
Don't sleep on the highway.
God.
Anyway, next
Especially
question.
when you're behind the wheel.
Next question. Matt, Can you give us all an update on how things are standing with some of your stories being contracted for movies or series, if you can say anything about it yet?
Who asked that question?
Eves Min Chang.
Wow. Thinking he's Asian. It's possible.
You can't tell.
Yeah, it's definitely possible.
He's got sunglasses on in the picture.
Just a name. It could be anything.
You know, it's funny. I'm actually trying to put together a story right now about an Asian gang in the late 90s that were robbing computer chip manufacturing plants.
Where?
All over the United States.
Really?
I mean, they're going in. They're getting orders from supposedly from China. So Chinese manufacturers are coming in and saying, "Look, we need these chips," and they're giving them like this. This manufacturer has, you know, whatever, 100,000 of these chips. We need them. There's no security. So this Chinese gang would go in there. 8 guys would go in. They'd zip tie everybody, all the guards and everything, load up all the chips in a van, and then take off and go sell them for $2 million. I mean, literally, it's like pulling up into a vacant parking lot, and some Chinese official comes and gives them $2 million in a briefcase, and they hand them over the chips and they leave. I mean, it's that kind of. It's amazing.
How did you find out about these guys?
A buddy that I was in prison with did some of the legal work for some of the guys, and there was there's 40 of them all over the country. They got arrested. They robbed like 10 or 15 different manufacturers. There ends up being a murder. I mean, of course, listen, it was so bad. I want to say that it was Clinton, that basically gave like a presidential order that said all manufacturing plants have to have armed security because it was so bad. There were so many chips plants getting robbed. So anyway, I'm working on that story right now. I'd love to put that together. That'd be super cool. But back to what's his name's question. What was that?
I forgot the question
Oh,
already.
I know the
Eves
question.
Min Chang.
The question was,
about
how
your-
are my
yeah,
things
yeah.
progressing? Okay, so I have
Yeah.
like 15 to 6. Well, I think I have like 17 of them on my website, I think. But a couple of them have already been, like one of them's the War Dogs one. One of them's Oxy Rush, which was that connected to that option. So those are already kind of done. I've got 2 right now. I have 2 of the stories are getting. I'm being represented by who is it? Supposed to be signing a contract with Zero Gravity Productions, and they're going to represent me. And is it 50 Cent is interested in the story of Jamar Towns, which is the guy. It's called Cash Logistics. It's on the website. Actually, it's on the YouTube channel. It's called Cash Logistics, and it's about a guy that gets a job at a cash moving company, you know, like Brinks.
Yeah.
He gets a job there. He sets up an inside job. They rob it for like $3 or $4 million. He gets himself robbed. You haven't read anything.
I remember you telling me this story.
Oh, it's a great story. So anyway, so
I don't even know how to read.
He can't even read.
So there was a woman, a producer named Ann, and I talked to her, and she went and they looked over the website, and she pitched it to 50 Cent's manager, and he's going to pitch it to 50 Cent, and they're talking about possibly optioning it. So Zero Gravity is going to represent me on that, and the other one is Amadeo's story. They're interested in representing me on optioning Amadeo's story.
That's a great story.
It's a fucking amazing story.
That's a fucking amazing story.
So
Sorry.
that one's good. Well, wait a minute. He said that thing. So I mean, some of them I'm turning into. I'm doing stuff with. Apparently, we got to move faster than I. It's not my fault. The fact is, some of the stories are being.
I thought
are
it was
being,
over. My
So
bad.
well, I mean, there's 17 of them. They're all in. They're all.
Yeah,
in
no, we don't have to go
flux.
into depth about them.
Okay, well, I
Well,
guess we're done.
this is
I'm
rapid
sorry.
fire.
I wanted to answer.
No,
the
we
question.
want to make it last a little bit longer.
That's fine. I mean,
Yeah, don't rush.
We got a
him. You
lot
can't-
of questions.
You can't
Listen,
rush
you said
fine
it was
art.
gonna
Somebody
be-
just dropped $10.
You said there.
Woo! Who did it? Who did it?
Shout out.
Where's
to
this money going to?
Me.
Bryce
What a
Bayans.
Prick.
Man,
What a
Listen,
prick, huh?
you said there was going to be food.
He said.
He can't
I
even
never
fucking
said
take
that.
us out to dinner
Why?
after
Hey,
tonight.
he said.
Nothing's
Matt,
open for him to take us out to.
No, he said he was ordering crab legs.
Wow. What?
Are you serious?
That was an idea. We were gonna do that. I forgot.
I
though.
didn't eat because of that. I haven't eaten. I've eaten once
geez.
today.
I got
I'll,
some,
actually, I'll order them
got
right now.
some gummies.
I'll
Yeah,
order them right
order
now.
something.
Can somebody send this man some crab legs?
Keep going. I'm gonna order fucking.
All
crab.
Shout out
all
to
right.
Bryce Bayans. Thanks for the $10. Appreciate you.
This guy said,
Crabby Bills.
I'll send you the equipment to do your own podcast.
No, you should do your own podcast. I want to encourage you to do your own fucking podcast. You don't need me, okay? You don't need me to hold your hand, Matt.
Yeah, because Danny's going to want to take some of the money from you.
I have no problem. I have no problem with that.
All you need.
We can't get to that point.
All you need is a microphone. All you need is a microphone.
You
don't even need that. You just need your iPhone, Matt.
Here, do your half-ass fucking podcast with my fucking iPhone.
It doesn't matter. Start somewhere.
It does matter.
You don't have to start at the top, Matt. You start wherever. It doesn't matter what.
Matt wants to come out professional.
I know.
He doesn't want any low budget shit.
That's your problem. You
That's
can't
not
start.
a problem.
You can't start creating content until you have
can't start.
You know what the difference is?
He's got good quality content.
I didn't
he
start
has a
creating.
vision for
Right.
it.
Listen.
That is true.
And
There's
he
nothing
doesn't
wrong with
want to
that.
fuck it up.
There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with wanting a professional thing. Listen, here's the difference. The difference is some people go in the bank and they slip them a note and they walk out with $3,500. If I'm going in the bank,
he's getting
I'm zip
100
tying
grand.
everybody. We're going in the fucking vault.
We're going in.
And when we walk out, if shit goes wrong, we'll deal with it. That's
love
just me.
that.
Yeah.
I'm not going to take your credit card and run it up for $1,000.
Danny.
I'm taking the whole fucking house and I'm walking away with $500,000.
Well, good
That's
luck.
just the way it is.
Yeah.